Revenge films.
My sister was 4 years older than me. She was born prematurely. She spent the first few weeks of her life in an incubator. Today, she's happily married with 3 kids. She was just like my mom. On the contrary, I got all the genes from my dad. Mom was outgoing and dad was always uptight, but we were all pretty happy together. Then one day, my dad got a call from this lawyer.
Your daughter's biological parents. They want to see her.
Dad flipped out. I've never seen him raise his voice, but he yelled at the phone and hung up. I was listening to the conversation from the hallway. It looks like there was a mistake at the hospital. Apparently the nurse handed my parents the wrong baby. I thought things like that only happened in movies. Mom was shocked too. And so was I. All these years I thought she was my real sister, and now this? So who was my real sister? I didn't even know where to begin. I had a bad feeling about this. Then a few days later, the lawyer came over to my house.
I want to test your daughter's DNA. May I get a sample?
Mom was crying the entire time, but when she saw the name of her real daughter, she asked, "What's she like? Where is she now?" But the lawyer didn't answer her. Maybe she was refusing to see us? I didn't know what to think. And I don't blame my mom for asking. I'd be curious too. Dad didn't say much. After much thought, he said,
She's a grown woman. This is her decision, not ours.
Then he called her up. She said she was on her way. I was scared to see her. She was my sister. It's been like that ever since I can remember. But now, what am I supposed to say to her? I can't just treat her like a stranger because some paper says she's not my real sister, you know? But if I was in her position, I'd be curious to find out who my real parents were. And my parents, I can only imagine what they're going through. What were they supposed to do, you know? All these years they raised her thinking she was their daughter. I was so scared. But when my sister got here, she said, "Well, they're still my parents. They raised me, so I don't think I should see them." My real parents? It won't be good for anyone. But her daughter had a genetic disease, so she took the DNA test to find out about her biological parents. I couldn't wait for the results to come back. Then a few weeks later, they weren't related. They weren't her biological parents. The test came back 98% positive, so there was no doubt about it. We were all shocked. But there was more. According to the lawyer, my real sister had passed away years ago due to an illness. She got sick when she was in elementary school. That's when they realized that their blood type didn't match. That's how they found out about all of this. My lawyer started looking into it. After many years of research, he finally got to the bottom of it. Turns out my real sister was an incubator as well. There was a mix-up at the hospital. She passed away before any of this came to light. So my parents had lost their real daughter, and now someone was threatening to take their other daughter away from them. Her husband came over to the house. We explained everything to him. We decided to go talk to the other family. They were loaded. The woman looked exactly like her. My real sister was their only child. They wanted to either adopt their real daughter or adopt one of her kids. I guess we saw this coming, but still, this can't be good. She was still family, but technically they were her biological parents. What are we supposed to do? I just wanted her to say no so we could all go home. But it was her call, not mine. And her real parents seemed very wealthy. Our family was pretty average. If we wanted to go on vacation, we had to save up. We didn't have any designer bags or designer clothes. So we were all worried that she might say yes to all of us. Dad was sweating like crazy. After they finished talking, my sister said, "I see what's going on here." She asked them a few questions about their medical history, then she got up to leave. Her parents started to panic. "We'll pay for your daughter's treatment, whatever it takes." They had more than enough money. Then the mother said, "Our daughter, she passed on years ago. We did everything we could to save her, but please, we just want to help your daughter." She sat back down and started thinking. But then the father said,
We'll pay you back for everything. All the money you spent raising her. So please, give her back to us.
That's when my mom got up and threw the cup of tea at him. Dad grabbed him by the neck, but my sister kept a cool head. "I'm sorry, but you're not my parents. They are. They're the ones that raised me. I'm sorry, but I don't want to see you guys again. And don't contact my family either." Then we left the mansion. The lawyer called us a few times after that, but we just kept telling him no. Eventually, the call stopped. After that, everyone just stopped talking about this. It kind of faded away. Her real mother probably just wanted to help. But the father threw it all out of the window. I mean, he was basically saying, "Here's some money. Give her back to me." So, she may not be my biological sister, but that didn't matter. We grew up together, and my parents raised us both right from the beginning. We were a real family, and nobody could take that away from us. This guy may be loaded, but there are certain things you just can't buy with money. The mother was crying when we left the place. Her husband should have chosen his words more carefully. When she offered to help her daughter, she sat back down, so she was probably thinking about it. Maybe seeing her real mom cry like that in front of her triggered something inside her. So if her husband didn't offer to buy her back from us, maybe things would have turned out differently. She cut all ties with them, but maybe she would have let them see her kids once in a while. Who knows? Anyways, 6 months later, things were back to normal again. My sister was doing fine. I went to see her every now and then and played with her kids. It was the same old, same old. When that lawyer called, I was so scared that my sister might leave us. They were super rich. She could have had a completely different life. And it was her decision. So we were so worried. I was so relieved when she chose us over them. We may not be related by blood, but who cares? We grew up together, and that's what matters the most. She was my real sister, and I loved her with all my heart.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.